Camera, I asked him about the Cash Cup that he won, Shells, and he said, to be honest, I said, any easy results or any hard games or whatever? And he just said, to be honest, I just absolutely kind of destroyed everyone. Wasn't being cocky, nothing like that. He just clearly backed his own ability of how good he is. And I'm sure you'll see Nicolas today here pull something back. You do not see Nicolas finish on a donut. I don't think that's going to happen, Shells.
Anything is possible. I don't want to say it, but anything can happen. I think the level from the group so far that we've seen, Anas is winning the first game. He surprised me a lot. He looked very good against Nicolas. We've got Bryce kind of dropping points where he seems like he's starting well. This group, the level's high. Anyone can take points of anyone. So I don't want to say Nicolas is going to end up in a donut, but it definitely can happen.
And we, of course, had last week the group of death, Shells. This week, it sort of feels that way in terms of it feels like anyone's going to take points off anyone. We don't have that one person who's gone far and away, going and winning the group like Emre Yilmaz, like, of course, Anders in the first week. As we see here, looking to get the first chance of the game, Danny Pitbull versus Alihan Lyon. Both players got off to a good start in the group so far. Of course, Shells, we've got another round of fixtures in a couple of weeks' time for all of these players. Nicolas, you do back to get some results on the board at some point, but he's going to need them soon. He's going to need them in this game when we get to that Stingray and Nicolas fixture. Let us know in the chat, guys, any predictions for these games, what players you think are going to get through the groups.
Ooh!
Is it, whoa!
Like a little first-time finesse, like flashback to 19 there. But I've got a question for you, Shori, and the chat as well, to get the ball rolling. Who would you guys like to see as a potential icon or hero in the game next year? Or, I mean, we're speaking about Arjun Robin. Listen, gold finesse. If there's one man that deserves a finesse playstyle, it's definitely him. But Shori, who would you like to see as an icon or hero?
Oh, it's my favourite question. I'm going to go Sergio Aguero.
Oh.
Who do you want? Who do you want, Shells? Putting you on the spot here.
What about a little Demba Ba, a little hero?
Oh.
Little hero? I like to bring back some of the old school legends back for the Premier League. Maybe a little Ben Arthur as well, a little Tarat. There's a lot of ballers that we can bring back. But listen, I think Arjun Robin as an icon, listen, that's a gold finesse if I've ever seen one.
But maybe a one-star weak foot, though, potentially.
The two-star weak foot.
Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. What is he? Is he a two-star weak foot, potentially? That is a finesse shot playstyle if I have ever seen it. Looking for the first goal in this one. We do get this game underway between Stingray and Nicolas. A huge fixture here in the FC Pro Open. We mentioned Stingray before, of course, just come off a victory. Is Nicolas onside here? He's not. Would have been a nice way to get the first goal on the board. You think Stingray here, Shells, you think obviously he just feels a little bit, I don't want to call it a free hit because he needs this win as well.
Yeah.
But he'll know how potentially down Nicolas could be with 3 losses in a row here. And he might use that to his advantage.
Yeah, I definitely think Stingray is a momentum type of player, but he also loves to live up for the occasion. He loves the big lights. He likes to shine the moments. And taking down the #1 ranked player in the world, Stingray wouldn't want anything more than that. As you can see, Nicolas trying to cut inside with an Mbappe. Great piece of skill. Oh, good defend from Stingray. But like I said, going back to Nicolas, he hasn't looked too comfortable so far. He needs to try and bounce back.
And Shells, just quickly bouncing back to that question about the icons and heroes. Might be an outside shout, but what? Dion Dublin is an icon? Thoughts?
I'll be honest, I have no idea how
Chat.
he used to play back in the day.
Chat, thoughts? Anyone? Try my best. See some solid defending there from Stingray.
Such an aggressive step from Stingray.
Charles, we're going to see a high-scoring fixture here as well. What do we think between these two players?
Oh, it's a tough one, but Stingray found the ball in the box for great turn with Pina. And just to answer your question, Shori, we might be seeing some goals going in, but Stingray starts 1-0 up.
Served it up like a pina colada, didn't she? I mean, honestly, you just cannot give that chance in the box. It's a big mistake from Nicolas. The last thing you need after losing the first 2 games. But Nicolas, he's called the Iceman for a reason, Shells. I back him at some point to pull this back, to do a comeback. But it's going to have to happen soon. Honestly, you cannot finish the week on 0 points, or then you've got a real mountain to climb.
I'll be honest, I think this group is going to have that weird storyline.
Yeah.
Week 2, someone that you never thought or you thought that was out is going to end up making it. And Nicolas finds himself 1-0 down already. Still 0 points on the group so far. Maybe it'll be him bouncing back in week 2 to book himself through, but it's not a great start so far.
And the table as it stands here, guys, we still see Nicolas at the bottom on 0 points, the only man in the group, -6 goal difference. Everyone else in the group, Shells, has got a positive or even goal difference. Did not expect to see this at all.
Yeah, you'll definitely not expect to see the -6 against Nicolas, but it just shows the level from everyone else in the group. Like I said, Danny Pitbull's been a huge surprise for me, and Nicolas trying to bring one back, and he does. The early keeper movement from Stingray has found himself conceding once again, but Nicolas answers very quickly.
Answers our questions, I guess, Shells. It's almost like he heard us there. As you see, guys, we just had, of course, Tom and FG touch on the keeper movement there. Maybe that goal wouldn't have been as easy to score on the new patch, Shells, because, of course, you saw how quick the keeper moved across there. All Nicolas has to do, just wait a couple of seconds, and Bob is your uncle. Now, Danny Pitbull trying to work a chance up the line, but Alihan does indeed win the ball back. 25 minutes into this one, no goals just yet. See the player lock inside, trying to work a chance here. Rodri, lovely bit of patience on the edge of the box. Trying to find the chance. Shells, talk to me about that patience on the edge of the box that, you know, you, of course, an unbelievably high-level player yourself, how important that is.
Before we get to the patience, you can see Gareth Barry, don't sleep. To be fair, that is a Premier League hero if we've ever seen one. J17 saying charisma with Travella. He is not lying about that. Imagine that cutting inside from the right mid. And Cool D1 said Edgar David needs at least a hero card. We'd love to see it with the goggles as well in game. You know, the players with the little accessories always play better in game.
Yeah, they've just got that extra bit to them.
It's got that little pro clubs vibe. You know me, I love a bit of pro clubs, but I just feel it adds a bit of boost to your players. But to go back to your question, sorry, about the patience, Danny Pitbull, he was 2-0 up against Stingray. He missed the chance to go 3-0 up, but if you saw the build-up from him, it was superb. Yeah. It was a bit Tex-esque. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's taking his time. And one thing about Danny Pitbull, every game he's played so far, he seems like he's controlling the tempo, and that's a big thing in the competitive scene.
Absolutely. Alihan trying to work a chance here. Some solid defending, still 0-0 Shells, 31 minutes into this one. Guys, keep everything coming in the chat. We love reading about the heroes and icons. It actually is my favorite question on planet Earth, I'm not gonna lie. I do love seeing the idea of the icons potentially coming in FC 27. We had some really cool new icons come this year. One man who's been used in loads of drafts, Shells, is Chiellini with that Bruiser Plus play style.
I haven't had a chance to use Chiellini, but from watching the tournament so far, he's seen a lot of teams. He's actually surprised me a little bit. Of course, maybe not my go-to choice. I'll probably be looking at Klosterman and Eder Militao. But what about you, Shory? What would be your two centre-backs?
Two centre-backs? See, I'm going to sound really boring here, but they're the two that I've seen. I've been watching the pros. I've had the pleasure of being able to watch Tom's gameplay from home, and I've seen, you know, I keep my eye on the pro scene from Tom's aspect a lot more as well. Not playing as much myself these days. Playing in the tournaments, to be fair.
Still got it, Sorry, come on.
Not trying to make it about me, but I'm going to have to go with Chiellini and Militao as we see here the goal for Anas opening up the floodgates in that one. Really low-scoring fixtures at the start of round 3. It's very tense here. This is a round that changes it all up, Shells, I'll be honest.
It's very tense.
You're 3 in. I don't think you've got that excuse. Once you're 3 rounds in, you've not got that excuse of like, oh, it was first game on, I wasn't warm, my fingers weren't warmed up. You know, I hadn't done the bicep curls with the fingers. No excuses there. Are we going to see the first goal here? It's another offside. If we saw a 0-0, like we've already seen 1-0 today, of course, of Stingray losing 3-0. If we saw an actual 0-0, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to say, as you can probably tell, guys.
Well, we saw Stingray not score a goal, and Alihan Lion is probably just as good as attacking going forward. So if we see Danny Pitbull already getting 1 clean sheet of the day, I wouldn't be surprised to see another, but it's just to show the level of everyone today, but also what it means to them. As you can see, everyone playing tense, but Anas looking to try and make it 2, cuts a great turn with Bonmati and finds himself 2-0 up. Probably the surprise of the day so far, Shory.
Yeah, and talk to me, Shells, about, you know, in the box there, the way he took that turn and did the low driven. About how sometimes, I think players you might play in weekend league, and for you guys at home trying to get better at the game, sometimes people might overcomplicate, use skill moves. Sometimes you're better off just taking a turn and just shooting.
100%. I think you've got to take the touch, because the left stick dribbling is so good this year. So if you do have space in the box, and you can see Alihan Lion with a low driven off the post with Pina to break the deadlock there. But like you said, the left stick dribbling is so good this year. You just got to nibble, just turn quickly and get the shot off, especially with precision shooting. If you do get the shot off, it will most likely hit the back of the net.
And of course, we were touching on the patch notes before, something EA have listened to the community with massively this year. Of course, is the left stick dribbling. I think it's been something that's been so enjoyable over the years of FC. As we see a chance here for Nicolas. It's another ball won back, though, from Stingray. This one just 33 minutes in here. He's going to see a chance worked inside. Shells, you got a prediction for me in this one? I know we're a little bit, like, obviously into the half. However, it's still even, so I think I can ask for a prediction.
To be honest, Nicolas, to me, seems like he still hasn't kicked into groove yet, so I think we've still got a lot to see from him, but both these players seem like they're countering each other quite well. I haven't seen much from either of them so far. Nicolas trying to get the advantage here. I'll be honest, a 3-3 draw.
3-3 draw.
I don't see a winner so far at the moment, but these players can score at any time, but I think a draw could actually be on the cards here.
I'm going to go 4-3 to Nicolas, just simply out of the fact that I just feel like he's got to get a win on the board. But I don't really doubt Sting right now. Don't really doubt Sting. We saw the goal from Iceman. It looks like Danny Pitbull is going to come in with a goal of his own, a lovely low-driven finish. Just waits in the box. What do we touch on, guys? Sometimes you don't need the skill moves. Have a simple walk like you're on the park on a Sunday afternoon, and you'll score nice goals in the box just like that. Half-time in that one, 39th minute here in the Stingray versus Nicolas, our big fixture. I mean, they're all big fixtures. We've got the top 24 players here in the FC Pro Open, the world, Shells. But this being a real blockbuster fixture.
Yeah, I mean, the two champions of their respective regions.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of little hidden, I guess, bragging rights going on. We know Stingray winning the Europe West is not an easy task. And Nicolas just showing his dominance year to year. It's a great matchup early on in the stages.
Shells, another thing just before we get to a potential half-time last attack here is the Mystery Nation. I don't know if you know anything about it, or.
I mean, I dropped a little clue to you.
You dropped a little clue, yeah?
I don't want to mention what I said, but I think that would be a bit bait.
Well, guys, keep the guesses coming in the Twitch chat for, of course, that all-important Mystery Nation. 43 minutes into this one here. We're expecting to see a last attack from Stingray. I mean, Shells, you don't see it these days as much because these 9-minute halves, it almost plays tricks on the players' minds. Yeah, the 9-minute halves is a tough one because sometimes you look at the minute 40, 30 and think, hold on, that's another couple of seconds. It's not as quick as you think, but I think what's so overpowered this year in the meta is the transition goal. So sometimes in your head, when you see the gaps, you just got to go for it. Nicolas trying to work a chance here. Looking to potentially win a corner. Goes further up the pitch, though. Ooh, good defending, though, from Stingray, and that will be all she wrote at the break, guys. 1-1 between the two. Do we have another goal in this one? Second half kicked off, and Danny Pitbull gets himself in the lead. Listen, I don't want to say it, but that Billy Gilmore item, a couple upgrades, Danny Pitbull, I am looking at you to do some, if you can do some wonders. It's been a man you've been liking. I've been liking it because the gold intercept playstyle and the passing playstyles is so important. And I'm really impressed with Danny Pitbull's performance so far. I'm going to try my best at a Scottish Billy Gilmore. And let's stop that one right there, shall we? I'm definitely not attempting that myself. And that's looking for the last chance before the break here. It's another ball won just before what we have down as the last attack, and it happens again. It's the curse of the commentator. I will say with Brees, he looks kind of a bit tense as well. You see every round so far, he's been really frustrated with himself. And after finishing running up in the World Cup last year, I feel like I see the confidence with him. He really believes he can go win it all. But he's had a slow start to this group stage so far. Well, that will conclude the first half in that one. I mean, we've got all the games going on here. This is just absolutely sensational. Danny Pitbull 2-1 up in this one. Of course, we had that amazing story from Danny Pitbull, making it through the last chance qualifier, then qualifying in Atlanta for London here at the FC Pro Open. Just a fantastic guy in the scene, and great to see him doing really well. We've got some more from the Twitch chat. You guys are absolutely heroic. Excuse the pun. James Milner hero card if he ever retires. That's true. What if James Milner, are we ever even going to see one? He's just going to keep playing. But will you be using the James Milner in your team? I know I will. Using him. Liverpool legend. But I'm looking at Hunt. He said Neymar icon card would be generation. Listen, you can't be teasing me already. I am waiting for Cristiano and Messi to retire so we get that icon card. But our Bonneho as well.
from Fet. You know, Albonio used to terrorize teams back in the day. Imagine him running through a goal.
That better be a hero for Bonlaw. As we see that, Danny Pitbull go 3-1 to the good. More ice-cold reactions to the man. Anyone would think it's Nicolas sat there right now. Just want to go back to what we were saying about the icons there, Shells. What have you got down as Neymar's playstyle plus on an icon?
Oh.
Trickster?
Listen, before we get into that, Nicolas hits a near post finish, and he's finally got a lead against Stingray. Maybe that's what he needed to start his tournament.
So needed for Nicolas, a huge goal in that one. Yeah, the playstyle plus, let's get it in quick. Put you on the spot here, Shells.
I don't want to trick, I feel that will ruin him. Let's give him a technical.
Technical, let's have a bit of technical, I like it. Well, Stingray kicks this one back off here, guys, in week 3. One of the biggest matchups. We, of course, have got the FC Pro item of Thiago for Stingray and Nicolas Garnacho. Of course, FG and Shells did a piece on that Garnacho item at the beginning of the show. One who could be really good with some upgrades, Shells, and he's going to need some points on the board to get it soon.
Yeah, and I would not have guessed for Nicolas to be on 0 points so far, but if that Garnacho card can get a little pass and play style on him, it will be one of the best wingers in the game for sure.
The thing is, if Nicolas wins this, Shell, I'd say, honestly, it's his hardest. I think it is the hardest match of the day for him. On paper.
I mean, definitely on paper, of course, we're looking at Stingray, the Europe West champion. I think Stingray's level is so high, but he hasn't really put himself on the map. Of course, that tournament win online is probably the start of his journey to try and solidify himself in the scene, but he's kind of fallen at the major tournaments, but this is also a big, big game for Nicolas, and maybe give him the confidence he needs for the future rounds if he gets 3 points here.
Of course, winning that Europe Cash Cup did Stingray. Nicolas, of course, winning his own respective region. The two players on very good form here in FC 26. Nicolas not got the tournament off to the perfect start yet, but this could be the catalyst for a comeback in the groups for him. Trying to work a chance on the edge of the box here. You see that intercept playstyle plus coming in there. We've got another replay coming in. Is this Brice off the mark in this one? It looks like lovely bit of patience. You see the keeper movement there, Shells. Good finish.
The patience there from Brice was fantastic. And you can see the McGeady cancel with Bonmati, and that's why Stingray is one of the best attackers in the game. If you look at that, wow.
I was about to say, to quote Tom Lees from earlier, wow. Shells, break that one down for me, honestly.
The first time passing, but the McGeady cancel with Bonmati, and the technical just to get enough space to get the shot off, and that's why as soon as you get the space with precision shooting, low driven, you do have a good chance of scoring, but a great piece of skill from Stingray.
Heating up in this main fixture here between Nicolas and Stingray. You see Nico having a couple words with his coach. Danny 3-1 up in his game, keeping his group stage run absolutely sensational. 63rd minute here, Danny just been ice cold all day.
As we look at the current score as well, Anas 2-1 against Brice. Danny Pitbull, you can see 3-1 up in Stingray, Nicolas 2-2. If you're looking at the points, Nicolas on 1, Brice on 2. If you're looking at, in a way, the world champion runner-up in Brice, and then Nicolas, the world number 1, bottom 2 of the group. Like, I don't think anyone would have predicted this.
Absolutely not. I mean, we did not call this the group of death, but it's the group of unpredictable.
Yep.
Shells. Absolutely. 66th minute here in this one, halfway through the second half. Danny looking to go 3 goals to the good, which would surely all but wrap this one up. I mean, we need to touch on, Shells, actually, how good his defending has been, which we can get into that a little bit more. A huge goal here in this one between Stingray and Nicolas. That extra pass there, Shells, is unbelievable.
Listen, that pass even threw me off, and I'm the one watching. I feel I can see everything, but the little third-man run that just sends Nicolas the wrong way. That's a big goal there from Stingray once again.
Shells, do I need to look in the mirror? Because I was watching that replay and I didn't see that pass. I'm watching the replay. I'm not sat there on the controller, locked in like these guys are. As we see the finish here from Ali Hadline, gets a goal back in that one, a crucial goal. Almost a swing goal, you'd call that, Shells. If Danny had gone up the other end, you'd think that was all she wrote in that one.
Yeah, it's really hard to stop Ali Hadline when he's in transition. He seems to get the chance down the middle. It's a great piece of hold-up play to find Bonmati through on goal. It's going to be a tough few minutes for Danny Pitbull to try and clinch onto the win there, but Alien Lion will not be going down without a fight.
And Shells, just quickly talk to me about that last goal in terms of the double triangle pass, of the importance of people trying to learn that at home, especially with how simple of a mechanic it is.
Listen, the incisive play style is probably the #1 need. If you get the space to play a pass through, if they don't have intercept, listen, you have a very high chance of going through, and the double tap just kind of increases the chance of, I guess, the ball going through the player, giving yourself a good chance on goal. But listen, that's why I've got to have intercept on my centre-backs. I do not want to be conceding through balls, and if they do, it's more my mistake, I feel like.
Yeah, like you said, Shells, of course, the importance of play styles, that's something I love what has come into FC in the last couple of years. As you see, an absolutely outrageous through ball tried there. But of course, with the playstyle, Shells, it means that even if a player's got an item that's higher rated, you might pick to use the other player. As we see Nicholas, a through ball here, David Beckham going to try and work the chance and scores. A lovely goal there. No celebration once again from Nico. Staying nice, cool, calm and composed. We spoke about those triggered runs earlier, Shells, in the R3, and it comes good from Beckham.
Yeah, but I think Stingray, he didn't need to move the keeper. I think there's sometimes you just got to hold off and believe in him. But as we talk about the transitions, there's a perfectly timed through ball into I was about to say David Beckham again. David Beckham.
He turned Spanish.
I don't know why I always say David, but yeah, the keeper move for Stingray, he just didn't need to do it.
As we have more coming from the chat, one of the silkiest players to ever touch a ball, Thiago. Mate, I absolutely love that comment from you. I mean, he'd be close to an icon, maybe more of a hero, a top-end hero. I think Thiago would have to be. We all remember that goal he scored in the Champions League for Liverpool at Anfield, the one that just sliced and didn't touch the floor. Oh, God.
But I like this one from James Akinfenwa. Listen, a man of the dark arts. You know, if I see an Akinfenwa hero card, listen, I would love to see some throwback cards, guys that we used to use back in the day that maybe was a fan favourite, just to bring them back.
Ashley Young as well. I mean, when's he going to retire? Honestly, that's another man. I'm going to say Ashley Young, a hero, a versatile hero though. Loads of different positions. Steven Pienaar, Shells, you can take this one.
Steven Pienaar,
I'm not a fan. Nah, good player.
A lot of top players, but definitely won't be in my foot team, that's awesome. But listen, a couple play styles of Steven Pienaar, listen, yay. Give him an incisive pass and tiki-taka, he could have a chance.
Then we're talking cash money. Well, 80th minute here in this one between Alihan Lion and Danny Pitbull. Can Danny continue his unbeaten run so far in the groups? This would put him on 7 points here in Group C.
As you can see, you saw Alihan Lion, second man press. He's been using it so much. He ran out of second man press. As you can see, Danny Pitbull giving the ball away there. He's been so well in his build-up, being patient. As we cut over to this game here, Stingray with a double tap triangle. What did I say? Just gives that extra little boost of the ball going through, and Stingray finds himself 4-3 up.
Shells, I don't believe it. I've got to commentate on this game quickly, but I don't believe it. Nicholas could be going 0 for 9 in points. And man, we thought that was going to top the group. The man that is ranked world #1, Anders will be watching and probably enjoying, I would only guess. Shells, it kills me to say that about Nicholas, one of my favourite players in the whole scene. You see the Group C table on the side right there. Danny Pitbull 7 points, Stingray on 6, and that's a man, the underdog of the group, on 6 points out of 9 so far, doing fantastically well. Breeze struggling down onto an Alihan sort of mid-table there, Shells. I mean, this Group C is going to just mean such an exciting last 2 rounds coming up.
Nicholas -6 goal difference. But listen, I'm going to be the first one to say it. He might get a donut or a breadstick this weekend, but listen, week 2, he's coming back and he's going to qualify. I'm going to do a little prediction.
Early prediction.
But I'm telling you.
So you think he's going to
do it? Because there's no way the #1 player will go out like that. There's no way.
Cannot happen. Cannot happen. Surely not. Well, this is what FC does, guys. It spells drama. See Anas here trying to build up. Using that Williams on the wing. Some nice twisting and turning. We spoke about that left stick dribbling. Ball into Vitinha. Some interesting items being used by Breeze here.
See, that's what I mean. Gayora's got intercept. She's got all the pass and play styles. You see the ping pass activated there. But for me, if you're playing in midfield and you've got incisive with tiki-taka, and you can play for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what's made play styles so good on FC. It doesn't really matter the stats on a lot of players. If you've got good play styles, you're going in the team. Oh my God, a fantastic chance there, just wide of the post for Alihan.
There is 5 minutes left in this game. I think Danny Pitbull has impressed me so far. He seems to be controlling everything.
We see that triggered run, Shells. We've got another goal in this one. It looks like Anas has got some breathing room. The ball into the box, Pitter, just a very simple goal. There, Shells takes the touch on the turn, little bit of technical dribbling, and into the far post.
That was the key, though, the technical dribbling, just to get the space away from the defender, so he's able to turn with Pina to get the shot off. That was a great goal from Anas. And listen, he surprised us all. He's playing really well. I've been really enjoying to see how he attacks, and I think the game against Nicolas, first game of the day, has definitely given some confidence that maybe he might have not had it himself.
Well, Shell's going to see the last couple of minutes of this game here. Danny Pitbull gives the ball away. You would not expect it in that kind of area, not with how well he's been defending. Tries to win the ball back well there.
Great defending.
Surely, it's offside. Surely that's it. My heart can't take it, Shells. We're in round 3 of the day. It's getting me this excited. Shells, talk to me in this kind of situation, right? It's +2, 90th minute. What are you doing right now to keep the ball? Are you going forward or are you keeping it at the back?
Listen, everyone knows me. I'm terrified in these situations. The best place to hold the ball is always in your opponent's half, but Alihan has pressed Danny Pitbull so well. He has managed to retrieve the ball back. But listen, I think from the goal kick, I would have done similar from Danny. Try and keep it in the back line, force a team press. But you always want to hold it in your opponent's final third. Alihan might have one last attack as he tries to lock one forward, but Danny Pitbull will be taking the 3 points here as well. What a fantastic result once again.
Well, Danny Pitbull, Shells, we've said what an amazing storyline he is in FC. Comes out with 7 points out of 9 so far in the group phases. And as we see here, Stingray goes 5 goals up against Nicolas to 3. And Nico's goal difference, it just keeps going down and down and down, Shells.
The level's high. We were talking about -6. This was out -7, -8.
Just keeps going down. I don't believe what I'm seeing on my screen. We did say, of course, for Nico, probably the hardest game of the day for him against Stingray. We've been speaking about these triggered runs all day. Keep an eye on that Mbappe run right at the bottom of the screen there, Shells. And of course, with the keeper movement there, he moves him early, Shells, and it's just an easy finish with how composed these players are.
Yeah, I think with Stingray, what he does so well is triggers players, and once he triggers them, he kind of waits for them like a wide receiver, and he's the quarterback. He'll wait for them to really kick up the gear, really get into their stride, and when they do, it's so hard to slow them down, and by then, it's just a guessing game for Nicolas to try and make the right save with the keeper movement. And Anas trying to make a 4th. Oh, off the post.
Looking like the full-time result here, Shells. Anas just looking to get one more goal in this one to help him with that goal difference. We said, guys, goal difference is going to be a big difference. These are not the only 5 fixtures these players are playing. They've got another 5 in a couple of weeks' time. So we see a lovely bit of play, and that could just be goal of the day from Anas there. That 1-2 is outrageous, Shells.
Ooh, that's a bit naughty. Of course, 90th minute, you know, the result's probably a bit done, but the little 1-2, but I'm so surprised by the choice of pass. As you can see, the little 1-2 bounce back with Bastian Schweinsteiger, and then the extra pass into Pina. What a goal indeed.
He's taking the mick there a little bit.
A little bit.
The 1-2 is unbelievable. And I think Sting has scored once again. The finesse with Mbappe. Stingray with an absolutely sensational second-half performance here. Puts himself 4 goals up against Nicolas, and that will be 0 points after 3 games.
Listen, Nicolas is one of the best defenders in the world. But if, I don't know the correct number, his goal difference, -8 or -9. I would never have predicted this, but it shows the level people are playing at in this tournament. The #1 player is just conceding goals left, right, and centre.
It's the shock of the week, guys. I mean, we said there'd be shocks. This one, it's gone to a new level, one that I could not have possibly predicted.
It's such a hard...
Is it going to get worse, Shell?
It's just, yeah, these situations are so hard as a player because you know there's still time left in the game, but you kind of know you're done. But Stingray, he wants more. He wants to try and get another goal if he can. But it's important for Nico not to try and concede too much more.
Yeah, because we keep saying about it, Shells, how important it is.
Week 2 is going to be very big.
Nico knows not to let, I've already lost this game, so let me go and concede 5, 6, 7 goals.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to do that. We know he's one of the most mentally strong players we've ever seen in FC. Garnacho investors, I simply can only apologise right now.
Yeah, I think I let them down. I did say he would not be letting us down. This tournament, there's still week 2 to play for, and I said if there's someone who's got to do it, turn it around, it will be the Iceman, but he needs to watch out for this goal difference, and he needs to watch out.
So important, of course. Top 3 players from each group. Everyone is eyeing up. It's just not the Nico that we know and love being played out there today. Still got loads of games left, though, Shells, over the whole course of the tournament, not just 2 this week. But if he did finish this week on, you know, really, you need to get to 6 points here, as Nicholas. You really do.
Yeah, what's Stingray trying to get an 8th. Good save from Oblak. I don't know. This group is, like you said, this group is the unpredictable group. I think.
Yeah.
Week 2 is going to be huge for these players. As you can see, everyone's dropping points every game. Bryce losing against Anas, who maybe thought he would bounce back there. Anyone can take points of anyone in this group, and I think you got to control the controllables. My favorite saying that we've got to take one game at a time.
I know your 2 favorite sayings: control the controllables and the dark arts. The dark arts is in there. Of course it is. Well, guys, 90th minute here. It's looking like it would only be a consolation goal for Nicholas. Could help him out later down the line, but it's more good defending from Stingray. He'll look to get one more. +4 in this game, and he looks like he's going to get one more here, Shells. Mbappe down the line, working the chance. Lovely bit of skill. Far reach. Playstyle saves Nicholas from yet another goal going in. Trying this corner is Stingray here. The ball's going all over the shop.
Oh.
And that's a harsh one. When it's not your day, it's not your day, Shells.
Yeah, that's a harsh one to concede. Sometimes you can do everything right, but it still doesn't go your way. The McGeady spin has fell to Kosterman in the box, sorry. It's just one of the days for Nicholas, and it shows it can happen to the best players in the world at any moment, but still, he still has a lot of time to redeem himself, but it's been a terrible start for the #1 player in the world.
It's hard to obviously sing Nicholas's praises right now so far in this tournament. The reason I love him so much as a player is he's lost 3 out of 3 games here. He still just looks like he's accepting what's happened. There's no, you know, anger or anything like that. He's speaking to his coach. You know Nicholas will go into these last 2 games just thinking, right, how can I reset, forget about the last 3 games, because they are essentially pointless to think about when it comes from a result standpoint. How can I get myself to 6 points from 15 in the last 2 games? But shout-outs to Stingray, man, I have to say, done absolutely amazing in this game. Looks to get another one. Doesn't end up moving the keeper. That will be full-time, 8-3, unless we see one more goal here, Shells.
Yeah, Nicholas just hasn't looked that comfortable, and I think he's an honest player. He will never really be the one to blame everything, and he still knows there's still all to play for so far, but Stingray has taken down his, I guess, rival champion in the region, taking down the #1 player in the world. What a result for Stingray.
And that was the result you felt Stingray needed. Lost the first game of the day. Of course, bounced back, got the win next. And now you think to yourself, right, Stingray's probably going to go on. You really back him, Shells, to go and win the last 2 games.